Oni here with a play along for Dumdums episode. We're looking at this liquid reservoir, what is this doing? Well, it's doing something very important, and that is, it is a chlorine tank, which is cleaning our polluted water that we have over here. So this is full of food poisoning, germs, which you can see on this overlay. It's absurdly dirty. So it's going from here into here and then being filtered and then being cleaned by the chlorine in this reservoir. And then it comes down, once it's clean, it comes down over here in a very spaghetti noodle-like fashion. And then it gets turned into water by this and gets dumped into our fresh water tank. So, you know, to me, this is a really important build to have in your base. This is one of the easiest ways to clean your tank, or your polluted water tank, and ensure that you don't spread diseases. This is definitely a beginner build. There's better ways to build this, but this just uses some simple automation. So we have these signal switches here. We have one that controls this pump, one that controls this out pump, which goes, takes it from into here, and then this will take it all the way here once this is full. Anyways, that's, if you want to watch this entire overlay and how this is built, be sure to watch the beginner builds video, which is not this video. This is the play along. But if you want to just, hey, how did you build this? What did you do? Be sure to watch the beginner build. It'll be linked in the description. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy watching me build this in real time. We have this space here, which has just chlorine in it. So I think we'll just put it there. Just keep it really simple. No need to overdo it. We are currently low on oxygen, so we're sort of utilizing this time in order to build this thing. And we're just going to pop it right there. Call it a day. So Mima's gonna head up there, and then we'll make sure it is actually fully chlorine in the entire thing as we're doing it, and then we'll go figure out the rest of our problems. So we're gonna swap these out to just be regular tiles. And we'll close this off as well. Okay, now it's all closed off. Things are looking good. Okay, and then I think we want to get rid of that as well. Okay, it looks like there is a little piece of oxygen up here. We'll see if that can figure itself out. Or maybe we can just sneak it in. All right, so for these, since this is an enclosed chamber, you want to make sure that you're doing something like that. So some people swear by the 3, like, oh, do 3 of these. I just, because it is usually just this extra dump here. All right, so now we gotta do it in a way. Okay, that didn't work. We have to build it in a way so the oxygen doesn't we don't want that oxygen to be there. And now this is getting here. Let's put a little. We just want it to be chlorine. Let's try it again. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it'll do it this time. All right, it's over there to the left. Oh. There we go. Oh, so close. So this is the fun part of the game. I don't know what you guys are doing. All right, here we go. Try again. Do it. It's like it's intentionally fucking with me. Okay, let's do it right here. This is like trying to day trade. Just like, That's at least how I day trade. Just lots of misses. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. All right, so let's close her up. Before this gets in there. Okay, so now we have a chlorine chamber. Nice and easy. No need for extra la-di-da. And we have our outs. So now we can manage it. So I probably should have put it like that. But, you know, I didn't. So what are you going to do? Okay, so we want to make sure that this thing is sensing germs. So we want it on rotation, and then when it senses 0 germs, then it is free to escape. So before we do that, let's go ahead and grab these hatch eggs. Not that we need them. Certainly don't need them. We could sweep them and put them in here. So we could do sweep only. So only store objects mark sweep, put them in this container. All eggs allow manual use. Okay, so I don't think they will come and get like this egg. I think that's what that means. I think that's actually what I want. It'll only get these eggs because they're down here and wasting space. Okay, let's get that. All right, so now we're getting in deep here. I think we just get rid of this one so we can have a ladder, so we can build this. And we do need some copper, so let's go ahead and set this to 5. Triple time. All right, so in order to make this, essentially all we're doing is we are getting this liquid pipe sensor. And this is basically causing a constant rotation that's going through here that is regularly filling back up. And basically the chlorine is going to be taking out the water. Now we also need plastic, so I'm realizing I actually can't build this. So we're going to do it manually. Hooray. Okay. So let's see. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do a, let's see, let's set this up in 2 different ways here. So we'll have, let's see. So basically what you want to do is have a germ sensor, connect this to the germ sensor. So, something kind of like this, and then let's just pretend that we have a germ sensor here. Connect these with automation. As it comes in through here, it will hit this germ sensor, and if there's no germs, it will send it out here. And then if there are germs, it will get cycled back into here. But what I'm going to do, which is going to be a little bit different, is I'm just going to have this pump directly into here and then give it an off switch. And we'll see how well that does. So we're just going to do it with the manual, but we're still going to build this just because we will need to use it later. Okay, so this will just be coming straight down into here, and we will then vent it. We are expediting all of this. And now it's time to unleash hell. So this polluted oxygen is basically going to get everywhere, and it is also going to sort of save our base, which currently has no oxygen, is very low breathability. So by opening this up, we're going to essentially give us an opportunity to do better. Okay, so the other problem is that we have this little spot here that we need to sort of sort out. So I'm going to open this up, and then we're going to close it up with this. We're going to get rid of the chute here for just a second, and then we're going to revert it back. All I'm really doing is I'm moving this water, because the water, of course, we're obstructed by the back wall. So let's do background building delete. I'm just moving this so I can get rid of this airlock. And then we're going to put it right back. All right, now we just got to wait for these guys. I also have our our Dreco died up here, probably from starvation, and it had an egg down here. So I'm moving that one up here. Okay, all right. So it looks like they did that. Okay, so we're gonna put this here. That way we can delete this and put a regular tile here. See? All right, so now we've opened up our can of worms. So we're gonna emergency put a tile here. And you know, this can, we don't have any sicknesses going around, so it's okay if this just sort of fills up in this way. All right, so now we're gonna close this back off, and we're gonna put a chute right back here. All right, you'll see all these eggs. Looks like we have some egg shells. Maybe we're gonna make sure egg shells make it in here as well. Egg shells and coal. All right, top priority. We're gonna build that. All right, so now, as you can see, our breathability is gonna. This will help with some breathability. We'll be breathing garbage, but it's good garbage. And we're having some huge oxygen issues at the moment, and I probably should be sorting that out instead of what I'm doing currently. But what I'm doing is actually connected to our oxygen problem, so I do need to go get that algae there. That'll help, at least for a little while. Because this water is good water that we could turn into water that we could use for down here. And we also need to make sure that we're getting water for our oxygen, because you can turn water into oxygen. Hooray. Hooray for knowledge. Okay, so this should be waiting iron ore. They should be building this pretty quick here. Is it that they can't reach it? Do we need to get rid of this first? That might be the reason. Okay, we're gonna sweep these. Yeah, I think that was the reason. All right, do that, or we'll build. Should we do airflow tiles on either? Maybe. Okay. Airflow tiles are on both. Looks like this is outputting again. All right, so things are feeling good. Okay, so let's connect our plumbing back to our main sort of thing that we're doing. Liquid pump. So we're just doing a simple liquid pump, just right here. So in an ideal world, this would just come into here, but because I'm separating this out into this sort of separate chunk, we want to make sure that we're getting this set up right. Okay, deconstruct. Okay, so the one thing we need to make sure that we do is that we have our liquid bridge. This is a secondary function of this thing, right? So we want to not build it where I just built it. We want this to be like, hey, you know, you're going into, you know, this game's hard to click on things. Okay. Let's see. So we want it to come here. So let's get rid of this one. So we're gonna actually have it come right up here, and then it will come to here. And then from here, this will come to here. This will come like that. And let's just sever that. We'll leave it there in case we need it in the future. And because, well, we can't really access it. Okay, so this can be severed and this will go to there. Okay, so what this is doing is saying, hey, you know, prioritize the stuff on this loop, and then if one exits, then this will fill in another one, and the whole germ cycle will start again. So what we should see is a slow trickle with the germs. Slow trickle. And this is currently off. So we're going to just set this to an on switch that we will just periodically pump on and off. And in fact, we'll connect it. So we'll connect it just to... We'll connect one to here and a separate one to here. Now, like I said, ideally, these would be set to an automation, but we need that automation first. All right, we're just gonna sort of lazily pop it up there. And let's see, we could spare this one, so we will. All right, so things are getting a little warm up here, or a little bit too cozy, but that's gonna shift in a little bit. We have some algae again, so those are all going. Go ahead and get these sensors here. So yeah, we need the plastics, it looks like, for the germ sensor. And this just senses, hey, are there germs in here? Which there are. There's lots of germs. And if we had more germs around, I'd be a little bit more concerned about just unleashing this gas. And you could see just, we have lots of gas just flying around. Somehow we have some natural gas. Maybe I opened up a tile that had natural gas in it or something, and that's why we have some of that in there. So we're gonna have to figure this out. Because it's starting to become a problem. And the best part about this is we can actually just open this up for business, because that's fine. Like, you know, we have our lock, and our lock's feeling really good. So let's just go ahead and open her up. That way we get some more breathability on either side here. Okay. So eventually, I mean, this is going to be smaller, and that's sort of the whole purpose of this. Okay. Now we should be doing this. Why we're not prioritizing it is bothersome to me. Say hi to my dog. Bark, bark, bark. I think the postman's here. All right, and then we need some automation wire. So we're just gonna, okay, I already did that. Okay, so we want this to be disabled because we want to sit and make sure that all of this stuff is... Now I've done a bad thing, so I think what we need to do is we need to fill this up first, and then we can bring it down. My dog will eventually stop, if you can hear. I'm sure I can't remove all of the sound here. Okay, so we're gonna fill this up, and then we'll set it. Just want to make sure it's nice and full. Okay. So as it's going, you can actually see the germs going down, but they're not gonna go down super fast, and right now they're not gonna go down because we keep adding more water to it. If you see, the germs in this is like an absurd amount. 4 million, 5 million. And in general, it should be going up because they spread. But when it's in the chlorine, it will go down. So that's why we are filling this up and into our chlorine tank. And that is why eventually we will automate it with this stuff, so it can easily just drain out. And then the other thing that I need to think about is when this bridge is going to here, we do want to just sort of have this be full most of the time. So as stuff leaves, it will go into here. And I think maybe half full, that's probably good for our intents and purposes. Okay, so let's just watch it from here. We don't want surface germs. Okay, so you can see now the food poisoning is just coming right down and off it goes. And now it is almost done. You just watch it go, 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 drop, 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 drop. And that looks pretty good. I just like to see it at 0. See? All right, and the last little chunk. And now we have clean polluted water. So this whole reservoir has clean polluted water. Now this doesn't work in the I don't believe it works in this. So we're gonna actually reconnect and make the cycle. We're gonna create the cycle again. And we'll just take a look. Yeah, you see there's still some food poisoning in there that it's sort of sorting out. Let's wait for that to sort of figure its little buns out. So this is what you want. You want a cycle that is regularly thinking about exiting. And then once it's at 0, it will go, okay, we're gonna go in. Now what I should do is I should have this be overriding that and stopping this and filling it back up to 0. So I think I have this in reverse actually, which is okay. All right, so we're at 0. So now I forgot. The most important thing about doing something like this is you need to connect it to this guy. So let's see. A nice and easy way to do this would probably just be bring it down. We'll bring it down to this level. This is sort of our hot zone, but I think that'll be okay for now. And then from here, this will then come up. It'll get dumped. All right, so you gotta make sure that you're putting it in a spot where, and I have my own dedicated, like this is a dedicated one. So as these guys poop, it'll go into this little chamber here, filter out, and then it'll sort of come all the way down here, and then it'll go back into our main water. So just as a means to filter, and by doing it this way, we can ensure that we can get the most out of our stuff. Like we want to make sure we have plenty of water in here, and that we're not actually just wasting this polluted water by just dumping it here. So at some point, this will just connect directly to this, and that's when I'll have my actual germ sensor set up, so it can easily just get rid of this stuff. And maybe we'll need another buffer tank or something. We'll just figure that out when we get there. Okay, expediting the construction because I don't want to wait any longer. Here we go. Go get them, guys. Good job. All right, next thing here. And I'm just getting a little bit concerned about how low this is getting. So that's really my motivation to do this. Seems our Dreco has exited. Nice. Yeah. Is it you? We want you to relocate, bro. I don't want you down here. Okay. Let's see. I think we need poke your shell molt in here. sand. We need to collect some of this sand here. And eggshell. Okay. Oh, I see. It wasn't collecting the sand because it was full on sand. I get it. Okay. All right. Did we finish? All right, we did finish. So now let's give it a whirl. Okay, so check, make sure. No germs. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna slow it down. So we're gonna turn this on. So now it's gonna override. See? So now we're pumping all of this, triple time. It's coming down and around, spaghetti noodle style. Ideally, this would be a little more contained. And I think maybe at some point this will be done here, but I just had to take advantage of the fact that there's just chlorine in here automatically. Okay, so now we're getting this every other thing because we're clogged up. This can only do 5 kg at a time, so now it's gonna do every other. And now we're filling up with some nice clean water, and it's just being filtered with the germs. So that's a fairly quick build on just exactly how you are able to manage and run automation of this. And yeah, right now it's just manual, but later if you get a little germ sensor in here that can toggle this on and off, and maybe it is connected to this, would probably be the most ideal. So it fills up and you wait for it to come in, then it goes. You know, that's maybe a little bit more advanced build, but for now we just have these little toggles and say you're like, okay, we're all done here, and then let's go ahead and fill her up. Now here's the other thing with this is I did say, remember I said I did this backwards, so we actually want it to prioritize doing this part. So to do that, we just do a slight repiping, give that a priority. Nix this bridge here. Okay, emergency construction. And then this bridge will go here, or I'm sorry, we'll do this like this, and then this will go here, which is basically saying, hey, like, you know, this goes first. You're a secondary function here. We can get rid of this if we can even reach it. Looks like we can magically somehow. All right, so that's it for this. See, so now it will prioritize getting this going, and then once this is full, I think we'll have to, if you fill it up all the way, you'll have to remove one. But now you can watch as your germs, your food poisoning germs, slowly disappear. You could maybe fill this up most of the way or something, or create, you know, some automation that buffers it. That'll just be a little bit more of an advanced build. And that's all. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.